really, really dark things that do not seem as if they are dark. Ask yourself, why are they not adopting Bitcoin and they're introducing their own? It would be a crime selling Bitcoin without their permission. God is not Jesus. For them to introduce what they need to introduce, which is, of course, the central bank digital currency and the IDs, they have to bring in a different currency. So the ID is simply a precursor. They are trying to bring a different currency, which will actually usher in the world governing body, where the world is going to be ruled by one body, or rather one person. But this time is going to be the elite that will rule the whole world. And they're doing it starting from where? Telling you that we are going to forgive debts. But they're not forgiving debts the way you think. They will tell you that debts are going to be written off. We are pardoning all debts. So if your country owed this, don't worry, 20%, 30%, 40%. In fact, don't worry about it. You owed us in US dollars, but now we have another currency and you don't need to transfer your debt. Just adopt ours. But in order for you to adopt ours, you should actually allow us to give you digital IDs. So you think the whole thing is about digital IDs? It's not. The whole concept is to bring digital IDs so that we can bring another currency. But the idea then is, if we get the world economies, to have all their debts written off, it will require that they no longer print money. But before we get there, we address the issue of debts. They will try to say, okay, yeah, you have got, you owe 1 billion. Have you noticed, and I've told you this several times, have you noticed that we have Namibia, Zambia, the whole of Africa, so to speak, or Asia, so to speak, that are in debt? These countries are in debt. And they're going down. Yet America is in debt. I believe trillions. And yet, it never goes down. Are we still here? Yes. Simple. It's very simple. Why is it that African countries are in debt and America is in debt, and African countries go down and America doesn't go down? Because the debt is in US dollars. So America can keep printing its own US dollars. We can't print US dollars to give America. It will be a crime. One thing you ought to understand before we explain deeper on this, one thing you ought to understand is this, that all these currencies that we have right now, they are no longer gold backed. Now they are debt backed, or rather debt based. The value is also derived from how many people owe you that amount, or that currency, so to speak. So since it's debt based, the more you print the money, the more it loses value. And when it loses value, the more you print. And the higher the prices. And people become more dependent on you than on themselves. But if you have digital ID, you bring something like a digital ID, the whole system is under one control, one sender. Now they can then say, you know what? We'll forgive all debts, don't worry, because you people are too much in debt. Guess what? You feel so much relieved. Oh, wow. So if I just use the central banking digital coin, the CBDCs, I use this, the US dollar debt is gone. Yeah, it's gone. Just use ours. Now I have digital ID and I know exactly where you are. And I'm using crypto technology. That means every coin is recorded and registered on who spent it, where, spent it on what. And every product I buy is got codes to say you actually bought product 1295. So guess what happens? I'm able to control you, know exactly what you spend, where and when. And cash was causing the banks not to get money. I will explain. You see, wherever economies are debt-based, what then happens is the banks are the chief. They're the chiefs. They're the ones that control the governments. Because they can print money. I know what you think. Banks don't print money. You're joking. And guess what? What will happen when they introduce these central bank digital currencies? Do you know what happens? These crypto coins that you have will go down. It will go to the toilet. Hello. Ask yourself, why are they not adopting Bitcoin and they're introducing their own? Because they don't want you to use the Bitcoin. They want to introduce another one to compete with the Bitcoin. And the moment they bring something to compete with Bitcoin, then they will start to sanction and even put legal, parameters around Bitcoin. To a point that it will be a crime selling Bitcoin without their permission. They didn't get that. I know what I'm saying might look like, years and years to come. No. This is in a few years' time, and they will start it within a few months.
Wow.
But within a few years, it will be implemented as everywhere, almost everywhere.
We also have another from Mike who is asking, what is your take on gold? Should we invest more on gold as the world is going in this direction, like physical?
Yeah, gold is actually brilliant. At the moment, it's actually going up very high. But every commodity, see, I want to be very careful when you're talking to Christians. God is not Jesus. It's not Jesus. God is not God. Yeah. Because you start thinking, oh, yes, since it's God, we're going to win. No. The reality is, go for the basic products. They're going to be very scarce. I know you want to buy a house. I know you want to live in that mansion and go like, I live in a mansion on a hill. That mansion on a hill, one day the government will take it. And they will tell you, you didn't do this, it's not green enough, and you didn't comply with this law and this rule, and they will take it over. Find land. Build just a brilliant accommodation here and there. Water will be there. Minerals are there in the same location. That's what you need. You need land. This thing of, I'm not saying crypto is bad. Some people have become millionaires and billionaires. Do whatever you can do. Don't be told, don't do it. I'm just giving you warnings so you trade carefully. All right?
Thank you so much. This is Taffy Angel. He's saying, Dad, do you think we should sell the cryptocurrencies that we are holding now? Do you think it's a wise...
I don't think so, because you have to study which one. Because the CBDC are not... They will definitely announce we have now started, of course. And you see, some of us and some of you people who are listening to me might not even want to use the central bank currency, and might still be using that as a black market, so to speak, although still allowed when they start. So I think it's too far from it at the moment. But if you notice, it's becoming turbulent a little bit. Gets to 120 and then comes back and comes down, and you're getting the idea. And gold is now even moving higher than the real currency, because they can't produce it. They can't create a copy of gold.